All right, good Friday evening, everybody. David Paul here with you live in the KHO U11 Weather Center. It's been a busy day. Still raining, but the rain's letting up. Things are settling down. Rain's going to come to an end tonight. We're setting up for one of the most beautiful May weekends you will ever get in Houston. But boy, has it been a rainy day. And this has been a soaker. Like, it started overnight, lasting all day. I don't know if you can really call today a drought buster, but in many, many cases across Southeast Texas, this has put a serious dent in the drought because, it wasn't just an afternoon thunderstorm. It was all day, cloudy, rainy, multiple inches of rain. It's been able to percolate down into the soil. So all our ranchers and farmers who really need the rain around the area, you guys have got what you asked for. Bush Continental Airport, rainy. 59 degrees right now. It's 59. It's May the 1st. Quite often we're off into the 90s and sweating for the next 6 months at this point, but not this year. 59 May 1st in the afternoon. Winds are north at 14. Man, that's just amazing. Significant delays at Bush Continental Airport. There's been a ton of canceled flights. So if you do have a flight or you know somebody, give them a text, let them know to double check with their airline. Current temps, cloudy skies. I love this. So there's Williams Tower. That's about 600 feet up. Helicopters cannot fly on this type of low cloud deck. Bush 59, Tomball 59, Conroe 57, Pearland's at 60, north wind at 10 to 15. It's gusting to 20 and 25 in Galveston. I feel like I'm reporting on the first strong November cold front of the fall. That's what this feels like. Feels like the Thanksgiving Day parade ought to be tomorrow, but it's not. It's the first day of May. So we will work with what we have. Current winds north at 25 in Galveston, north of 14 downtown, north at 15 College Station. Just amazing to get this the first weekend in May. And the radar. And I started out zoomed in on Houston, Harris County. We had a flood advisory for lots of small high water spots on roadways. That was in until 6:30 in the evening. That's been allowed to expire. They have not reissued it. Still, I just went out and came in to go get some dinner, and there's high water spots on the sides of the roads and whatnot, so be really careful out there. Still getting some pretty good rain in spots. Most of it is light to moderate. Even the red without lightning, that's a moderate rain going through Brazoria County, Galveston County, moderate rain now pushing into Liberty County. The strongest part of this last line is off the coast. You see the thunderstorms out here, but they're offshore. And you can see behind it, things are really beginning to settle down. Closer view, pretty good rain showers, Surfside of Freeport, Angleton, up to League City. That's going to cross across all the neighborhoods on the west side of the bay, north side of the bay, coming down pretty good now in Baytown. But nothing that's going to lead to any new type of emergency or flooding or anything like that. One of the things that's most interesting are rain totals, and they absolutely nailed what the models were showing the past couple of days. Widespread 2 to 4 inches across the heart of Southeast Texas and Houston, the I-10 corridor. That's what we got. 3.3 inches of rain near Sugar Land, Missouri City. Mission Bend, Cinco Ranch, 2 1/3. Heights, 3 inches of rain. Med Center, 3.1. Pasadena, 3.2 inches of rain. Cloverleaf to Baytown, 3.1 inches of rain. That's a ton of rain because it didn't just get like one area of Harris County had 3 inches. The entire county, 3 inches. So trillions of gallons of water, and all of it feeding into our drainage system. Model suggested that the Spring Creek watershed might take the heaviest totals, and it did. That's Spring Creek right there. Excuse me. And 4.2, 4.4, 3.9, 3.9. Just a tremendous load of water going into Spring Creek. And Cypress Creek watershed, White Oak Bayou watershed, just taking a tremendous beating, if you will, with rain. But all of them doing great. The bayous have come up, but they're well within their banks, all flowing the water out of here into Galveston Bay and eventually into the Gulf. And so things worked out really well. Quite a bit of rain across Greens Bayou, You know, Brays Bayou watershed, several inches of rain up and down the watershed, everything did really well. So these are all the gauges. They're live on all of the watersheds across Harris County and some of the surrounding counties. Spring Creek, Cypress Creek, Greens Bayou, White Oak Bayou, you know, Brays, Buffalo, Clear Creek, Hunting Bayou, Halls Bayou, Sims Bayou, all doing really, really well. So the red dots are where there's an issue. This red dot is the dam at the south end of Lake Houston. So there's a little bit of water going over the spillway. That's what that indicates. There's no homes or roads being flooded, but the spillway is going over the spillway. That's what that is. This is Langham Creek. That is at Clay Road. So you're in the Bear Creek area. Very low area. Quite often Langham Creek at Clay is one of the first bayous to come up, or creeks to come up to bank full when we get heavy rain. So that's what's happened here. Stay away from that area. The water will drain off and drain down below flood level overnight tonight. And then it's Mound Creek at FM 362. That's in Waller County, where the creek did come to at or a little above bank full. So near the creek there, some of the roads could be inundated. Stay away from Mound Creek at FM 362. Otherwise, we did great. Rain slowly coming to an end. It's tapering down. Still one or two little pockets of moderate rain, as we just saw. But Future Track, I think, has got a good hold on this. By midnight, it's all gone. And then we actually clear out overnight, and a north wind's going to build in, and temps are going to drop as low pressure scoots east, and the front gets a good shove off into the Gulf. North breeze tomorrow. Texas gets the most amazing first weekend in May that we've had in a long time. Overnight lows, Saturday morning, 55. This is going to come with sunshine. 55 in the morning Saturday, 44 in Lubbock, San Angelo 48, Dallas at 53. In May, Saturday afternoon, 60s and 70s across the entire state. That's unusual, and we will take it. Sunday morning, 50s, Houston 56 Sunday morning, unusually cool. Sunday afternoon, we will make the upper 70s, full sunshine. So again, this is the first weekend in May. You know, by the second half of June, it's the summer solstice. So we're deep into the warm up statistically when we warm up, and this is a real treat. With a north breeze tomorrow, 10 to 15, I want to go fly a kite. I want to go fly a kite at Ponderosa Elementary School like I used to back in the 70s. That's what I want to do tomorrow. Rainfall outlook. This is another round of rain. We've had a few over the past month. We're going to get another round next week, next weekend. So we say wetter than normal, says NOAA, here in Houston and Texas. And cooler than normal as well. And I wanted to show this to you. Why? Why is NOAA forecasting this? They're looking at the same thing I'm looking at, which I try to show you quite often because this is the driver of weather. It's the upper level wind pattern. This is the flow at 34,000 feet. And what I'm showing you is the forecast flow for next Sunday, next weekend. In general, big old dip in the jet. There it is. So that does a couple of things. It opens the door for cooler air to come all the way south, eastern half of the U.S. And that dip, that sharp trough where we are going into the weekend, that's rainy. That's a wet weather pattern. So cooler and wetter, all because of the orientation of the wind flow at 34,000 feet. Saturday is as good as it gets in May, 55 in the morning, beautiful day, 71 Saturday afternoon. The extended forecast, soak it up. Sunday's beautiful. Monday's a bonus day. 57, 82, yes, please, more of that, low humidity. We make 85 Tuesday, but we never really get hot because here comes that troughiness beginning to build and gives us cloudy and more scattered showers Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, leading into the wetter and I think cooler weekend next weekend as well. So pretty amazing shift in the weather pattern as we've gone into late spring. That's where we stand. I hope you're having a great Tuesday. What day is it? Hope you're having a great Friday evening at home. Curl up on the couch, finish that book, get outside and go fly your kite at Ponderosa Elementary tomorrow on that north breeze. We're live at 10 o'clock with a complete update.